Hi guys, Paige here with Chasing Family. Today I'm going to share with you one tip that has helped solve over 80% of my children's fights. Okay guys, so what is this tip that is so great? Problem solvers. Now this is one of the tips and tools that you need to pre-teach. You don't teach this the first time in the moment, but after you have taught it, then you use it in the moment. I set my kids down and I said, there are problems that happen all the time. Let's talk about conflicts and problems and fights and wars and things that go on, and let's try to become amazing problem solvers. And my kids loved this. So the first time I had my kids do it, we did it with puppets because they're younger. So if you have teenage kids, this tip works. But they may not be as excited about the puppets. I'm just saying. My kids were really excited. So they grabbed their puppets and I said, all right, so I need 2 kids that are very smart that can help me become problem solvers. And so they came and sat down on chairs and they each had a puppet and I said, all right, we have a major problem. This dinosaur has the ball, then this dinosaur wants it, and they are fighting. Now you 2 need to become problem solvers and help them solve this problem. And they loved it. Are you kidding? They came up with all these different solutions. They were so proud of themselves and they had a lot of fun figuring out problem solving. Oh, score! I said, what are some other things that might cause these poor dinosaurs to fight? They gave suggestions similar to the ones that they experienced in their own life. Well, this dinosaur has a toy and this one broke it and he is really mad. And I'm like, that is a great one. How are you going to solve it? It was really cute to see their little brains working and to see them get excited about problem solving. And the second pre-training we had, before I ever implemented it into their actual fighting, I said, let's pretend there's a brother and a sister. And they want to play different games, but they want to play together. You 2 come up with an idea of how they're going to solve this problem. The brother wants to be dinosaurs, and the sister wants to be a nurse. I want you 2 to be the problem solvers. Come up with a game together. Now, you guys are problem solvers, so I know you can come up with something. And so after talking, they figured it out. They said, well, the sister can be the nurse to the dinosaur. Bravo! Problem solving. Now, the reason this is so helpful, because they're not in the heat of the moment of a fight, because they're not so attached to the outcome, they are able to easily come up with solutions because they are thinking in the left side of their brain, and at the same time you're teaching them to be sympathetic and have those emotions in the right side. So this is a great tool where you are practicing training them in a calm situation of how to use their left side and the right side of their brain and have the logic and the compassion come together. Now let's put this tip into action. The next time they are fighting, say, oh, wait guys, you guys are problem solvers. Come sit with me on these chairs. We typically do the same chairs every time. Or if we're out, we'll do different chairs. And what's wonderful about this, taking a breather, you're taking a cool by calming down and removing yourself from the situation, and you're sitting on the chairs, which is very helpful, but then they go into that problem solving mode that they've already done, and they have that practice, their brain going over, validating their emotions, the right side of the brain, so that we can get to the logic, left side, and start working together. Another video about validating their emotions so that they can become logical and reasonable, because you can't deal with unreasonable kids, right? So make sure you check out that video for more details. The thing this is great for is tattling. Because I will have a child come up to me and be like, so-and-so is doing this and they're not supposed to. And I'll be like, oh, should we become problem solvers? Do you want to get them and you guys can come sit down in the chair and be problem solvers? And they're like, no. And I'm like, oh, okay, then it's fine. And that is a great way for them to realize, oh, not my business, right? It's a great thing to help kids learn that, you know what? I am not someone else's judge. I am not someone else's cop. So that can also be very helpful for that. Okay, I told my kids there's a few rules to being a problem solver. Number 1, you can't fight. You need to have your voice calm and respectful. Number 2, you need to consider the other person's point of view. 3, you need to decide when you are willing and not willing to compromise. And number 4, remember that you are a problem solver and you are so smart and you can figure out a solution. This is an easy, fabulous tip that I know you will love. This also works really well with teenagers, but in a different, more sophisticated way that I will do another video on later, explaining how you can also teach your teenagers to be problem solvers with different issues that older siblings face. Because really, we want our children to be problem solvers. We want them to realize if I have a problem, I can be creative and help create that compromise in a way that we can work together and make both parties happy. Sometimes I've even noticed where my kids are like, all right, it's not worth it, I don't want to do it, which is also a great tool for them to realize when they are willing to compromise or when they want to, you know, like, no, I really feel passionately about this. Let's work it out, and I'm gonna stand for my opinion. So there are so many reasons this is wonderful, but especially because as a parent, it can help our standard. I hope that this will help your guys' family as much as it has ours. It has been amazing. So I hope that this tip will help you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. And let us know in the comments below if you have any other tips of how to help your kids when they're fighting, or if you try this and like it, tell us how it goes. Thanks, guys.